Welcome back. So when summer is coming, in the south of France, the tapenade is this little spread based on olive and that is served everywhere. The classic is the black olive tapenade, but not everybody likes black olive. Sometimes there's anchovy and mustard into it, and I understand. So today what I'm going to share with you is something that is called the tomato-based tapenade. Plenty of sun-dried tomatoes, we've got some green olive plus other ingredients because this is not your everyday recipe, this is a chef recipe on how to make a delicious tapenade you can serve with toasted bread on a side of beautiful wines, or serve it as a little side that you can be using with grilled fish or grilled lamb. It is super easy to make, and if you're running out of ideas, try this one out. Now, if you want to hear some good news, here it is. The tapenade is extremely fast and simple to make, and all what you need is a food processor. Ultimately, if you don't have one, you can do this by hand. It's just going to take more time. For the mise en place, before I start talking about this recipe, sun-dried tomatoes, they're typically whole. You're going to have to roughly chop them before putting them in the food processor. 2 garlic cloves, 4 garlic press, peel, germ remove, and we've got that kind of pureed garlic on here. For the rest, it's just measurements, okay? So sun-dried tomato, green olive, this is capers, we've got mustard, lemon juice, salt, and pepper. As you can see, plenty of ingredients, and I just said this is a chef recipe. What does that mean? When I'm saying a chef recipe, it's not because I want to impress and say, oh, it's going to be a special recipe. No, because there is a difference between a recipe that has been crafted by chefs or a chef and served in a restaurant and a recipe that has been kind of made on the fly by someone at home or some neighbors. Chefs, they're going to spend a great deal of time to finding the right ingredients that combine well and complement each other. And the grammage we have here is not random, okay? It is to give you the ultimate combination of taste, the layer of complexity that you're going to have on your plate. That particular recipe was served in restaurants as a starter. So it is not just a random recipe, it is a good recipe, and I'm going to show you how simple it is to make. With a tapenade, typically all what you need to do is to pour everything, all the ingredients into the bowl and process the whole thing, okay? If you've been to Aix-en-Provence, you will see that at the market there's so many stands of people with food processors everywhere and they keep on processing black olives the whole day. And this is what we're going to do. But here we have to use sun-dried tomatoes. Sun-dried tomatoes, by default, they're a little bit tougher to process than olives, capers, and that sort of things. And this is a spread, not a paste. Okay, that's very important. A lot of people process a tapenade way too much. So you want some chunkiness into the mixture. This is too thick. So what I'm going to do first is use the pearls function and process this a little bit in a finer kind of grain. Okay, so I'm going to put my thing on and let's go. So there we go. Always a good idea to start with the sun-dried tomatoes. I've got the consistency that I want in here. And for the rest, it is very simple. What we're going to do is put everything in. Okay, so I've got the black olives, I've got the caper, I've got my garlic in there. I'm going to have my lemon juice. Okay, we're not going to put the salt and pepper now. I've got a little bit of mustard in here. And of course, we've got our olive oil. Okay, and then lid on. I'm going to process this. And that's it. Should be done. That's the result. And look at this. You got a nice mixture. Remember, it's a tomato-based tapenade. So there's plenty of tomato, more than olives. But if you want, you can change the ratio by adding some more or less olives. So now let me taste, and then we'll adjust the salt and pepper. Look at this. You see what I like with this chef recipe, because you can see the amount of ingredients. You see how the distribution is nice. You see, already I can see that this is going to be quite good. You know what? Salt, not too sure. I think it's salty enough. These tomatoes, I will add some pepper, but really a hint of black pepper. And that's about it. Maybe a hint of salt, but really not much. And I'm just going to not process anymore and simply take this, stir it through. I'm going to put it in another container, and virtually we're done. Okay, so I'm going to take it out. And here we are, we're all done. I've transferred my tomato tapenade to a little container. I've got my spoon. I could easily eat this by the spoonful already. And I really like that compared to the classic black olive tapenade that can be kind of overpowering even on its own and stuff like that. Well, here, honestly, you can serve this to pretty much anyone. Nobody's gonna kind of feel like, oh, that's a bit odd, whatever. It's a bit powerful or too strong or anything like this. This, again, being a chef recipe, I thought the balance is amazing. the balance of flavor. So now what we need to do is to test drive that little tomato tapenade, and it goes either with toasted bread, grilled lamb chops or lamb cutlets like this, or grilled fish. I don't have fish, but I'm gonna grill some cutlets on here, toast some bread, and then we'll try it out and I'll tell you what I think. So this is my little setup. So you can see this recipe is super fast to make. So here is the tomato tapenade. The oil will go at the bottom, so you stir it up just before serving. I have spread some of the tomato tapenade on some lamb cutlet. Hopefully you can see this on here. You see as it looks like. And what I'm going to do first is try that. I'm going to bite into it with the tapenade on there. You see? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Nice combination. It's mingling with the grilled flavor from the lamb. The fat from the lamb on there goes very well. A little bit of not acidity, but you know, like gherkin, like vinegar. That's from the capers. Very, very good. And you know what? That first thing with meat, it works pretty well. So I can confirm grilled meats, especially grilled lamb, works perfectly. Now let's go for the basic. So this is the aperitif. You got small pieces of bread. I'm just gonna do a spread. So a little bit of that tapenade on there. You can see it's nice and appetizing, and it's a crunchy bread. Let me try. Yeah. Final word. So, what do I think? The main word that comes to mind here is balance. I think that tapenade here, as I was saying, you know, strike of genius. The careful selection of ingredients and the amount of ingredients against each other works really well, and it finds its place anywhere. You need some kind of grill something. So I've noticed that grilled bread, grilled meats suddenly really pairs well with all these flavors in there. There's a little bit of acidity, it's a bit pungent. And you feel the mustard a little bit. There's some olive taste in there, plenty of tomato, but not too much neither. I think it's a great little recipe that I believe a lot of people will absolutely love. Now, I can qualify this recipe as an absolute all-rounder and an absolute substitute to the classic tapenade if you're not too much into black olives. And trust me, anyone you'll serve this, they will most likely like it. This is absolutely restaurant grade. The choice of ingredient, as I said, is really well. It all combines together. There's nothing that feels odd. It is perfectly simple and perfectly delicious. Now, as always, remember, if you try that recipe, send me a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. If you add something, if you want to add your twist, let me know about it. You know, I always like to see what you guys are making, okay? But that's it for this video. Remember that at the French Cooking Academy, we've got plenty of courses. If you want to learn more about these little chef tricks, recipe and things like that, we've got a school, link in the video description. We now have a membership that you can enroll into that's going to give you access to all the courses that we have at the school. And trust me, there's hundreds and hundreds of unique videos you've never seen on YouTube and hours of teaching. It is not YouTube, it's a school. Check it out, that's what I would say, okay? 3,000 students and counting. I'll see you there. Take care all, and I'll see you for the next recipe. Bye-bye. My appetite. Don't leave me high and dry.